Are you turning healthy fruits into highly unhealthy fruits without even realizing it? Fruit can be one of the healthiest things you can put into your body, but the majority of Americans are guilty of making this single mistake that can counteract all of the health benefits of fruit. Some fruits can help with occasional constipation, reduce bloating, and even help burn calories. Others can wreak havoc on your digestive system and energy levels. In this viral presentation, world-renowned heart surgeon Dr. Stephen Gundry showcases the 3 fruits to stop eating today. Go to thehealthyfat.com/inspired or click on the link in the description box below to learn the top 3 common foods that are the cause of your fatigue. Eliminating these fruits could forever change the way we help increase energy levels, decrease brain fog, support digestion, and even lose weight. This video has been watched by over 20 million people to date, and you can watch and learn more about it at thehealthyfat.com/inspired. Hey, Inspired Tribe, my fellow freedom lovers. It's Jean Nolan here. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Inspired live stream. It is Wednesday, January 24th, 2024. And we're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, we're free. That's the mantra of the Inspired live streams. Incredible things are happening worldwide. And the beautiful thing is that we don't have to rely on some secret underground tunnel reports that nobody can verify. Even if these things are happening, we don't have to rely on some super secret military insider intel that nobody knows. We can actually look at the movements worldwide by our brothers and sisters everywhere. This year, the German farmers kicked it off, and then they were joined by many, many other people around Germany. They were joined by the middle class. They were joined by the entrepreneurs, the business owners. And this has, and we knew it was going to happen, but it has spread. And now you see protests and beautiful displays of unity, of harmony, of resolve. You know, people are resolved, and there's no violence there. That's the beauty. People are coming together. You see it in France, you see it in Italy, you see it in Switzerland, you see it in Scotland, and probably other places, because here's the thing, the Mockingbird media, of course, is not reporting any of this. If they mention it, they mention that these are right-wing extremists. And apparently today, how do you know that someone is a right-wing extremist? They own a tractor. That's how you know that someone is a right-wing extremist. But these things are not working. And here's a beautiful thing about this contagion, this positive contagion, is that what happens when people get together and they talk and the energy is shared and they can feel the aura of 100,000 people coming together, what is unfolding and what is, released in that instant, just over a couple of hours, couple of days, is absolutely magnificent. These are consciousness quantum leaps that usually happen during such protests with people, especially when the protests are directed at something, at positive action, or at for a clear positive change and transformation like these are. And this is now, the contagion is spread over to the United States. I was in touch briefly yesterday with our good friend, the former Green Beret Doc, Pete Chambers. He is now working tirelessly with the Rangers down at the border in Texas. He is a wonderful patriot a beautiful spirit warrior, and we'll, you know, as soon as he can spare 5 or 10 minutes, we'll bring him on so he can share what's going on. But there's a trucker convoy on its way, crisscrossing the United States, and it's all under the banner of "Take Our Border Back." I want to show you this little promo clip that they put out. So the contagion, my friends, is spreading. Fantastic work by the people for this awareness. And I dug a little bit into their mission statement. They are absolutely 100% committed to a peaceful and a harmonious convoy. They are very much aware of what could happen. So they're on top of this. As I said, this was already vetted through our trusted friend, Doc Pete Chambers. And he gave a stamp of approval. I think he's pretty much in the midst of all of it. I know he's communicating with a lot of media outlets about what is going to happen. The situation at the border is appalling for all sides. And this is probably the one thing that people fail to see. Nobody that opposes this quasi anti or open border situation is a racist or is even anti-immigration. But what is happening is horrific for the people that, some of the people that are coming in. It's horrific for the people in this country. It's horrific for the already arrived immigrants. It's too much, too fast, too crazy. There is no real control. We've talked about this. Doc Pete Chambers has told us, as he is on the front lines. He's been with the Rangers down at the border for the last, I think, over a year now. And the things that he told us that he has seen, that they have to, you know, or are confronted with, are beyond imagination. The trafficking of humans, of drugs, the crimes committed, and the many military aged men that are coming in groups, young, fit, healthy men that are coming into this nation and disappearing into a crowd of 330 million people. It's a big nation. And so this Take Our Border Back, you can learn more at takeourborderback.com. This convoy is aimed at creating a wave of awareness among the people, because I think people have become kind of dull, and oftentimes they believe these are just political talking points because their flavor of the week candidate is telling them either this way or that way. And I think what these people want to show is it's not a political question. Not at all. This is just not how things should work, and how, you know, this nation cannot go on doing this. It is becoming absolutely crazy. And of course, the agenda is to destroy this nation. This, you know, there's no doubt about it. For a globalist world order with centralized governments, you can't have any, ultimately, you can't have any strong nation state any independent nation state. It simply doesn't work that way. So we want to applaud them. We will absolutely show you footage. We'll get interviews. We'll get information. Check out takeourborderback.com. You'll find all the routes, the information, where they're driving, where you can cheer them on, wave some flags, put up some banners, film it. And there is, of course, you can find all the social media outlets on takeourborderback.com as well. Also the Telegram channels, which, by the way, is where we are gathering all these amazing clips from the farmers' protests in Europe, because you can't find it in the mainstream because they don't want you to see it. And the contagion really is that with every single person that says tonight or tomorrow, you know, whatever, Thursday morning, Saturday morning, whenever it's happening, you know, I'm not going to watch TV. I'm not going to sleep in. I'm going to pack up the kids and the family, and we're going to go and stand on an overpass and watch the convoy come through. We're going to cheer them on. We're going to bring some hot coffee. We're going to talk to the people there. We're going to connect in a spirit of union. And we're going to show absolutely that what we stand for. And I think the more that this is happening, the greater the spirit, the more consciousness rising we have. And so we can create quantum leap moments with this. This is what is happening in Europe. And at this point, we anticipate it's only going to get more and more and more. Now, here's your part in this. Sometimes you can be there in person. Sometimes you can be on the ground, and sometimes you are a digital amplifier. So please, if you're going to share something with your friends and family, share these clips, share these peaceful protests, share these groups, share the farmers, help the farmers, support the farmers. I mean, they feed you, right? We got a lot of work to do, but if we do it together, we can definitely get a lot accomplished. And there is fear. There's fear about these movements that goes through all layers of society. Yesterday, a video surfaced, or an audio tape surfaced here in the United States that's making the rounds, seen by tens of millions of people already, or heard, if you will. And it is about it was a secret recording between Kari Lake, who was running for governor of Arizona against Katie Hobbs. You might remember that many experts and election experts are claiming that the election was stolen from Kari Lake, and she claims it herself. Now she is running for senator to represent the great state of Arizona in the United States Senate. And apparently, a few months back in 2023, she had a conversation with Jeff DeWitt, who's the chairman of the Arizona Republican Party. And we're trying to condense the clip from the roughly 6 minutes that it's long. But honestly, after going through it a couple of times, I felt you should probably hear this whole conversation. I think there's a lot more in it than just the sheer bribery, corruption, and complete detachment from the will of the people that you can sense in this conversation on the part of Jeff DeWitt, the chairman of the Republican Party of Arizona. But there's a deeper spirit in this, and it's a spirit of fear, actually. So let's listen to these roughly 6 minutes together.
Is there a number at which
I can be bought?
not be bought?
That's what it's about.
You can take a pause for a couple of years.
No.
And then go right back to what you're doing.
No. 10 million, 20 million, 30, no. A billion, no. This is not about money. This is about our country. I think it's disturbing that they would that anybody would think this is...
No, to be fair, even me, I'll say this. I want a fresh face right now, for the reason that I've never seen anyone, I can't think of a single person in a federal race who lost, ran in and won. I can't think of it. If you can think of it, let me know.
I am not going to let these people who hate our country tell me not to run. You should call them and tell them to get behind me. So what's going on? What is, I'm assuming this is our friend.
This is back east. There are very powerful people who want to keep you out.
Oh no, they do.
but they're willing to put their money where their mouth is in a big way. So, this conversation never happened.
This is crazy, though. They should want me. I'm a great candidate. People love me. These people are corrupt.
Well, maybe you're right.
They are right. They are corrupt.
Maybe. This never happened. Don't go. Do me a favor, though. I don't get myself in trouble. This, if you say no, which is fine, it's your choice. Don't tell people.
They're gonna try to have me murdered.
I wouldn't doubt that either. Today's world, man. If that stuff that came out last week is right about the cartel stuff, man. They say the cartel's operating in 50 states right now, like all 50. You know? So
what's going on? Who is it? What?
Forget the who. Let me just tell you the what. Let's just say there are people calling around saying, "Gosh, no, they can't repeat this. Never repeat this. If you say no, don't. Because I got offered to buy out. Don't use it. Because then we lose our ability to get things done in the future."
Here's my problem. Rather than just say, let's work with her, she's a great candidate, because they don't own me, and it pisses me off.
Yeah, it's not almost about ownership.
It's about control.
I don't know it's about control. It's about being on the team. I guess that's, you know what I mean?
They want to be on the team.
They want you to be on their team.
But
just team. You know?
But if they're pushing a globalist agenda, I can't do that. So what do they want? What do they want me to do?
You want me to stay out for 2 years. But, I'll tell you what I can offer you. But, I said you can do whatever you want. It's talking head, this and that. So, the ask of me was, it's kind of funny. So the ask I got today from back east was, it has to stay between us. Is there any companies out there or something that could just put her on the payroll and give her, to keep her out? And I said, well, what are you willing to do? Like, whatever we need to do.
This is about defeating Trump. And I think that's a bad thing for our country. DeSantis is not America First. This is about the final death blow to Trump. And I don't think that's good for our country.
And you know I love Trump. I love Trump.
It's not good for our country, Jeff.
It's not. But at the same time, I'm not even sure Trump can win again. I don't know that he can win again. I think what it really comes down to for a lot of people, it's not really about like control or agenda. It's just about the ability to raise money to win. You know, if you really want to know, all of politics boils down to money. I think. I always believe that. And even on their end, like what makes them the most money?
I know. All these consultants don't want their payday to end. And I don't want to make a deal with these kind of people. This is a hill worth dying on. I'm not, if they're going to steal the election to make me and our movement go away, I'm not letting them do that. I owe it to the people of Arizona.
Or
to carry their torch and their voice.
Or you don't go away, but you pause.
This is the battles right now, Jeff.
You pause, and then you fill your coffers.
No, the battle is right now. The battle is right now, and we don't have time to pause on this battlefield.
You're not. You can't scratch their back. It's not afraid of you.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to offer them, and they're sitting around people that have stuff to offer them. You know what I mean? It's just it's a back scratching club. That's all DC is. It's a big back scratching club. You're in no position to scratch anybody's back, and you've already made it known that if you get there, you're not going to scratch anybody's back. I don't scratch people's back. You know, I've been on the outs with a lot of people for a long time because I don't scratch backs. You know, where are we in 2 years if they steal the election again?
Listen to what you're saying. Why don't we do something about it so that we the people can pick our...
What can we do?
I'm not willing to accept that, and I'm going to be the biggest pain in these people's... Go back and tell them that. I'm running, and I'm going to be the biggest pain in their...
I'm willing to tell them that.
And they're going to have to kill me to stop me.
No, I know. Look, and
you don't have to tell.
Well, I wanted to show you the whole conversation because I think it's kind of building up. I've always liked Carrie Lake for her outspokenness, and I think she would have made a great governor of Arizona. Probably will make a great senator. And I have a newfound respect too for, there's really no fear in her voice, which to me was a beautiful thing to hear. Now, I'll be quite honest. I don't know under what circumstances this tape was recorded. Apparently, according to reports, it was at one of the bigger conferences in 2023, one of the conservative conferences, CPAC, or I don't know. Obviously, these two know each other. Of course, he's the Arizona, the chair of the Arizona Republican Party, contradicting himself in this conversation many times over. The main thing that I heard was fear. He was really conveying lots of different options and offers for her to step away because her presence is apparently a thorn in their side. And at the same time, he says, you have nothing to offer. Well, apparently she does have something to offer. But these conversations, in one way, shape, or form, I've heard them so many times before. This is business as usual in the old world, in the established world of politics. And I think this conversation was a great representation of the uniparty establishment that is holding on for dear life. And I think this is where people don't really see that there's a split happening. I'm not saying this or that candidate is the split, but there's a split among the people happening, which is way more important. The people that are out there going to the trucker convoys, the people that are driving the trucks to the convoys, the people that are paying attention, the people that are protesting, the people that are starting organizations, movements, and transforming, they understand that politics is not the answer, but the answer must also have politics in it. Politics must be part of the answer. And there's a split. And currently that split over the last years was expressed in the MAGA or America First movement, but that's not the end of it, I think. That's just a vehicle that carries that split where people are fed up with this old, sleazy, horrific, dark club of psychopaths that are running the show for their own benefit, right? And so to me, this is a very significant conversation. And I do think, I never met Carrie Lake personally. I do think kudos to her, to the way she responded to that. It's one thing to think you're going to stand up to the bully. It's another thing to actually stand up to the bully. And in this case, he was obviously speaking for Big Bully, right? I mean, these things are, these offers don't come from somewhere lower in the food chain. They come from high up. So I wanted to show you this. I think it's significant for the moment of fear because we need to understand, with every person that is joining the freedom movement, which is only about freedom. It's not about a specific political direction, by the way. It's only for freedom of the people to choose their own fate over this dystopian, centralized WEF, Bilderberg, New World Order Club agenda. This is what this movement is about. And for every person that joins it, you can smell more of the scent of fear in these people. I was telling you last week at Davos, all I was seeing was a lot of fearful people. They are fearful. I think they're fearful because they feel, rather than people joining their vision, people are stepping away. Everybody that's realizing what these people are about is stepping away. Even the people that are attending these conferences, they're not as confident anymore. They are oftentimes critical, or they show criticism while they should be supporting their overlords during their speeches. There is a movement, but we need you all involved. This is not something that people can do for you. Everybody needs to get involved. And I encourage you, find the thing that God puts in front of you. For some people, as I said, it's joining these truckers. For others, it's joining the movements that teach people how to grow food, how to be self-sustainable, how to be fully self-reliable. For others, it is helping people to find a deeper connection to the Creator, teaching them meditations and prayers. Wherever you feel you can apply yourself best, and whatever you feel you can contribute, now is the time. And we need to continue shining a spotlight so more and more people get courageous and join us. The way to avoid huge conflicts and the way to avoid an all-out kinetic World War III, delay or avoid it, is stuff like this, is where people come together peacefully and they understand, oh, this affects you just as much as it does me. Guess what? The police officers, the sheriff deputies, the firefighters, the nurses, the EMFs, the cashiers, the construction workers, the teachers, everybody suffers from the current situation. Everybody has a horse in the race. And that's what we need to see. That's what we need to see before another disease X makes it here. That's what we need to see before an all-out conflict erupts, that we stand together and we stand for something different. All right, my friends. This is it from us for today. Please share this. Please make this scene. Please share all these inspiring protest clips and show it to your friends. Tell them about it. Ask them if they know what's happening in Europe. Ask them if they know what's happening in Arizona, in Texas, in California, this week and next week with these truckers. If not, why don't they know it? Why isn't there a media outlet reporting it? Well, here we are. We're doing the work together, my friends. Alrighty, thank you so much. You'll find links to the Border website in the description. You'll find links for the Anarchapulco event that's coming up. I'll be speaking there among many amazing speakers. I'll be tuning in virtually like David Icke. I know Max Igan is going to be there. Bear Lando is going to be there. I know many wonderful speakers this year. So thank you for having me. All the links in the description. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and we'll see you all very soon. Much love. Many blessings.